care is a very personal thing. Care is essential. We all need it. We all need dekbhal. We all need love. We all need the feeling of that I'm needed, I'm wanted. Yeah, and we also mechanically somehow learn how to give it to others, right? Because humans are species who are social species, and social species it's important that you are constantly giving and taking. And one of the essential features of this giving and taking is care. Where we are talking about work, and work का direct relation है economy के साथ, GDP के साथ. Why are we really talking about care here? जब आप घर पे भी काम कर रहे हो और जब आप बाहर भी काम कर रहे हो, पैसे तो आ रहे हैं, and it is also the GDP is, going up. But the work, because this care work is my central thing. ये मैं नहीं छोड़ सकती हूँ, इसको कोई नहीं हटा सकता है. वो है, but उसके अलावा I am also working. So there is a multiplicity of work happening. But ये जो काम है, this is going completely not counted. Whether it is voluntary, and I want all of you to respond to that, whether it is voluntary. I used to had a moped, I used to live in Dehradun, and every day when I would come back, my mother would run out of the house, whatever she is doing, and open the gate for me. And one day she didn't, and I shouted at her. उस वक्त मुझे समझ नहीं आया, but now when I reflect about it, maybe it started with a voluntary thing, but it somehow became work because I as a receiver became so used to it. So there is a certain division of labor, there is a certain inequality in terms of who performs what. So who is, in terms of care, who are the people who are coming in here? It is basically women. Across the board it is women. Over decades, since 2012 or something, women have constantly been asking for, there are more women coming in, but women are in the primary sector. What is primary sector? Where we are directly associating with natural resources, right? So agriculture, animal husbandry, poultry, all of this is primary sector. So majority of the times women are in work which is highly feminized, which is also kind of linked to care. And when men are coming in, then they are also facing what is called wage deficit. There is an implication because care is seen as a natural behavior. You don't need training, you don't need a skill for it. So which work doesn't require skill? Everything requires skill, yaar. That is the first devaluation when we say there is no skill. अपने आप हो जाता है ना तो हमें उसमें skill नहीं दिखता. And that is the reason why market भी उसमें skill नहीं दिखता. So the devaluation which starts here, all these industries of chutney, papad, who are the people who are doing work there? Who is the labor? These are women. But they are all underpaid. Even if she is paying them say 15,000 rupees per month. But if there is no social protection component in her salary, so all the care work in terms of the state, Asha workers, Anganwadi workers, midday meal workers, all of them are always women, right? Mostly women. They are all underpaid. Underpaid in it, their minimum wages भी नहीं मिलता उनको. They are not even workers. They are not even considered workers. Why again? They are either called sahayikas, they are called sevikas, they are called honorarium workers because वो सेवा कर रहे हैं. Care at the moment, what we see is that state is as much an oppressor because state is also taking फायदा of the devalued work that women do. It's also exploiting. What about the community? Community not just comprises of these kind of, communities, but also what about the civil society? Now again, who are there in civil society? So in your social work department, how many girls were there and how many boys? Right? And the personal management and industrial relations and pay difference? Q, again Q. It's an extension of the care work that you do at home. You have to be caring. What is the demand? The demand is recognition, right? That you recognize us first of all as a worker. You recognize that there is work happening, right? You reduce. How do you reduce? If there is public infrastructure, if there is, say for example, हर घर में नल है और पानी आ रहा है, 2 घंटे तो वहीं बच गए ना पानी डालने के. मैं काम करने जाऊँ चाहे ना जाऊँ, बट मुझे वो 6-7 घंटे अपने लिए मिलेंगे ना. I don't have to multitask. So you can reduce. State can. This is in the hand of the state, and state can also redistribute. State can also say that okay, ये काम, and ये state ही नहीं, ये घर से भी start हो सकता. There should not be like, for example, Ari said her mother doesn't want to tell people that her father cooks, but उनके घर में एक अच्छा distribution है. But if this is happening everywhere, if there is an awareness in schools about it, if the school books do not have images of mother cooking and father going to office, school textbooks से start होता है. Who were the people who were doing work during COVID? वो सब बोलते हैं वो वॉलंटियर, उनको बहुत अच्छा लग रहा था, बट एक्चुअली उसके अलावा शायद दूसरा काम भी नहीं है. एंड द लास्ट इज रिप्रेजेंट. So it has to be a more representation of the care work. There is no representation to talk about care. No manifesto talks about care work. Whether I am a care receiver, whether it is about my mother or whether it is me or whether it is my child, this needs to be more open. So I also need to feel cared for. I also need to feel loved. I also need to feel desired. And all of this matters because all of this will ensure that I give better care. When I am looked after, when I am cared for, I will do better care. And so it's a cycle.